Today we're going to be building trains, but not just any ordinary trains. These are 1,000-ton guided bombs on rails. Because this is battletrain. Today in battletrain, our goal is to traverse multiple battlefields, try to survive, and ultimately get to the final boss and defeat them in glorious train-based combat. That sounds crazy, right? This game is awesome. So let's load the explosives on the train, hit the throttle, and strap ourselves in. So step one, we need to choose our contestant.
Hello there.
And starting a battle with one extra mineral is huge. First decision, which route are we gonna go? This one has 3 battles in it. This one only has 2. We'll take the 2. So we gotta attack that base and defend the 2 of our own. You'll notice that the hit points on the bases match our health pool. Rookie Bandit has 20, we've got 90 split between the 2 bases. Now we're gonna wanna first connect to this mine. And they call this a mine? Now, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to dish this out and end it in the first turn. We got just up to the enemy base, but we did connect to this mine, so next turn we're gonna have just a little bit more minerals. Not that they will necessarily need it, but unfortunately, it's a little tricky to see right here, but the enemy team, well, it doesn't matter. They put a little turn, but we can connect. Now that we've connected our train to the enemy base, we launch our train. That is the primary offensive weapon, but not our only one that's available to us. We destroy the enemy base by taking down all of its hit points, and we win the round. Seems simple, right? Well, it's one of those games that's easy to learn and very difficult to master, especially with how much variability is in play. But variability, to me, means replayability. Oh my gosh, okay. So the mines are on the perimeter here. Now, there is a play, just not a very good one. I don't have any long pieces. Now that we're close, actually, what I can do, if I had more points, is use the bomb. But I don't have any more points. But the good news is we have a blast radius, right? So we'll actually be able to take down all 4 bases with a single train, due to the catastrophic chain explosions that happen after. We get our gold, and we get a choice of a card, and my gosh, this is a great card. This is also a fantastic card. This is tricky. All of these are great cards. I'm gonna choose this because for the cost of 2 resources, we get to cover 5 tiles in track. And in a game where you gotta get out there and build quickly, more track is better. Now, we've got our first minigame. We're basically gonna play a little game of Battleship. So we've gotta place bombs and hope to find enemy trains. Hey, look at that. Oh my gosh, that was actually a perfectly placed one and I destroyed it all. So they've got a 3, a 2, and a 4. Oh, and we just found something. And in classic fashion, it's like playing your little kid brother in Battleship. They place all their battleships right next to each other. Now, we've only got 5 cards left and I've got, 3? Okay, it's a 2, so it could be literally anywhere. It's not there. Oh my gosh, we got 2 cards left. It's just these 2. I have to hit this perfectly or we just won't be able to do it. How about here? No! Out of cards. We get some gold, we get to choose a card, and we're on to a random event. So we have an extremely difficult decision. Wow. This is the big freaking bomb, and it sounds awesome. But it comes with a downside. We get a jammer hat, so supply drops never happen. I think that's fine. We can always try to overcome that. And right before fighting our first boss, we can choose either to repair or get some gold, but since we haven't lost any health because we're fantastic, we'll take the gold. And then, right before this boss tile, it's the shop. We have to make some extremely good decisions. That's interesting. I'm not entirely familiar with the luck aspect, but we could increase our train-based damage by 10. That's basically like 2 free power tracks. So that sounds awesome. And then from here, I guess we'll take... This card's kind of silly, but we'll take it. So I want to say a big shout out and thank you to battletrain for sponsoring today's video. battletrain is releasing on June 18th, and you can find out more about the game and get it for yourself using the link in the video description below. Now let's see who this first boss is. Crossbones! All right, Mr. Crossbones. So here's the situation. My goodness, this is tricky. Wait a minute. We both have a base on either side of the map. This little peninsula is broken off by some water access. Think my bases are blue. This is a pretty big mineral field over here. All right, if I place this, I pick up that crystal, which I'll spend 2, but that looks like a 2 or a 3. So we should actually increase our money to 5. That's awesome. So this is pretty cool. This is called timed explosives. I think I could put that, right here? And it would do 10 damage to a 3x3 area. So not enough to destroy that base. So we might want to hold on to it. I'm going to place this. I'm going to get another crystal. We're going to try to use all of the pieces that we can. Now, there's no explosives on the board, so this ability is largely useless at the moment. But that's where we got. We were able to connect to 1 mine. Now, the enemy has a fantastic starting piece. They missed the mine, but they're getting really close to my starting base. We're going to have to do something about that. And we do have options. I could take over this mine. Oh, I don't have a turn piece? Watch this. Grand Theft Train. Thank you very much. This is my track now. I blocked them off. The only way to do that is to destroy this piece and then reconnect theirs. I've got 2 resources left. So I think what I would like to do is play defensively and place 1 more piece there. So now we have 2 mines producing 3 resources with the 2 we already have for a grand total of 5. The enemy's still only at 2, but oh, that's a little bit dangerous up there. They put 2 power tracks, meaning a train's default power is 20, but if it goes over these tracks, it'd be 30. That's dangerous. So the next thing we're gonna do is work on getting our money up. And what we could do is place a little barricade right here. That will take off 10 potential damage. And that will end our turn. So we're getting pretty close to this giant crystal field over here. They just used a bomb. Ooh, okay, and they've connected to this mine. They're probably going for over here. But we need to somehow get all the way up there. Place on a free tile or tracks within range 2. When destroyed, deals 50 damage to a 5x5 area. There's a really cheeky play we could do. We just have to wait for a bomb. So I think what we're going to do is more cards, please. No bombs, unfortunately. But what we can do is connect all the way down here and launch one of our trains. We'll only do about 30 damage, and it will destroy some of this track. But I think that's okay, because we're still blocking this guy off. He'd have to put a bomb there. And actually, one of the things we could do is we could either place this... All right, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to place it right here with my last 3 resources. And I'm going to do a little thing called hope for the best, which is hope that this guy isn't able to connect here and connect there and then just send a free train to blow me up. Okay, good. He's not building where we were really worried. I think we're going to be fine. All right, he places the bomb. He's got 1 more resource. He's not even going to be able to connect to the mine. Now, here is the play. I have a bomb, so as long as I'm... Ooh, I need to be within range to do that. Or I could use fire in the hole to instantly trigger all explosives on the board. So I need to keep 2 resources. Guys, I think we could... No. Okay, yes, there's a play. Okay. Ooh. I've got a little recharge rate going here, so that is unfortunate. Now we just need to get in bomb range. So to do that, I could place a double, use the bomb, which does 10 damage, just enough to beat that base, then do fire in the hole, explode that, blow up the base, and that's a victory. Mainly because we have some pretty dang powerful explosive cards. Now we get to upgrade our train. We get a new cab, which is going to allow us to draw an extra card. And we get a champion medal, which just increases our mineral production every game from here on out. Now we've got another section to go, and at the very end is a boss. So we have 25 gold, and there's a shop right here, but there's also a shop at the very, very end. 3 battles here, 2 here, and 2 here with 2 random events. I'm feeling a little bit lucky. Let's take the random events. Who knows what they could be? Oh, this is an interesting map. The 2 bases we need to attack on the north, ours are here in the south, and the big mine is right in the middle. Now, what we could do is I could place a BFB right here, a free tile or tracks within range 2. All right, so since I have no tracks, I can't really do it. So the first thing we need to do is get our economy up. Now, we'll do a more cards, please, and see just what we can do. And that'll be the extent of our first play. Let's see what the enemy's got. He's going to have to blow that up. I don't think he's going to have too much, but he might have just enough to connect to that mine. So round 2, how are we doing? I'd say it's pretty even Stevens. Ooh, you see this? That's a big play right here. That's fantastic. We've connected to this mine. So long as he doesn't harass or destroy it in any way, we're going to be able to send a train right here. Oh, what's he doing? He's connected to our stuff, and he blew it up. You biscuits! Well, well, well. If it isn't Mr. Jerkface being a jerkface. Do I have... Okay, I do have the piece that I need. Now what we do... This would be dumb. This is smart. The reason is we don't want this guy. You have to play defensively and offensively at the same time. It's a bit tricky. He could just build off that and blow it up since we're basically sharing track and I don't have a bomb to disconnect him. But I could... check this out. I've got an idea. I've got a scheme up my sleeve here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to detonate here and it should blow up this tile, disconnecting him from the greater track, but keeping me connected. Mr. Train, do your damage. And boom. Now we take out that, and if I have a turn, this would be the play. We block him off or make it a little bit more difficult. Also connecting us to the mine, giving us 4 production in him, just the default of 2. So I'm feeling really, really good against Mr. Tiny Bomb here. He got a double bomb. He took out some track, but it didn't give him enough. So my train is going to recharge. Place on any free track. Can I put it here? Oh, that would only do 10 damage in a 3x3 area. Well, I'm going to take that track back. I'm going to place it right there, and then I'm going to connect. So next turn, so long as he doesn't do any shenanigans, we should be able to blow that up. And basically, we've cut off his economy. So I could win this in a number of different ways. I could place this on the board and then blow it up with the bomb, or I could set it in the train, but the animation for the train is just really, really cool, even though the BFB is big, freaking, and awesome. And that, my friends, is a victory here in Zone 2. Now, what card are we going to get? Shuffle 3 random bomb cards to your deck and reduce their cost by 1. I really, really, really like bombs, so we'll do it. Now, our first random event, and I want to be able to build out as fast as possible. This is pretty expensive, but this is just a limited use piece. Now, the next random event is an epic payday. So, this is basically good with good. Oh my gosh, I could get another BFB. But we only get 1 BFB, you notice that? Because of the exhaust? Oh, snap. High Noon is a crazy powerful card. I like the idea of 33 gold, but both of these are massive in setting us up for what I think might be a god run here in battletrain. I mean, what other game can you play where you're like, you know what, there's so many games you can build train tracks, right? But how many of those can you have blow stuff up? I could place this here, a timed explosive, but alright, so this doesn't exhaust. I've only got 4 resources, though. This is the biggest mine on the table, and I do have the pieces necessary to get there, but just barely. Now, we'll see if he does anything about it, because the thief here has 50 health. One of their bases is extremely well protected in the back there. This is interesting. I could place both of these down. So I'm connected to 2 mines. I have some bombs. Are they within range? I could harass this guy. Or I could try to connect here. I think the play is to harass. Or if possible, even get close to do some bomb damage. But he's just out of range. That's the play. And we'll place this right here. But I think in normal runs, I have to rely almost exclusively on my trains to deal damage to the enemy base. But this time I have so many incredibly powerful bombs. So I can place that right here, and he would be in range of both. He does 50 damage. So here's a question. If I put him here, and then I just do that, do I win? Oh, it does 10 damage. Okay, well, we need to do 10 more damage. We do have a card that just naturally blows them up, but now I understand. Oh gosh, that's a very powerful ability. All right, he wasn't able to do a whole lot, and I can even summon another BFB if I wanted, and then do a fire in the hole for a dramatic effect, because you know what? What's cooler than 1 BFB? 2. Fire in the hole! This is 2 of them. I mean, that was double mushroom cloud. Guys, I'm telling you, I've done so many runs in this game, and I've never gotten 1 of them, much less 2 of them. Granted, I was playing the demo. So at this point, I really love this piece. Instantly trigger all deployables. Wait a minute. Is the BFB a deployable? If that's the case, I need to choose this. But I'm not, because I'm smart. Right, guys? Now, we're getting ready to fight the 2nd stage boss. Since we've not taken any damage, I can basically be greedy and take the gold. So we'll go into the shop with 55 gold, which seems like a massive amount to me. Oh my biscuits. This is a super track that can place over existing. Y'all, that's incredible. I also have a triple bomb. I could increase my max HP. Oh, max HP goes down, but repair 10. When you play a deployable card, the trigger card is added to your hand. Doesn't that mean the trigger for the BFB? Because I think that's... And we don't have any supply drops, so I think I need this. The Razor Cab, look at that. And then we still have enough money to buy this super track. There's definitely a use case for this. And then I'm gonna take... This is just so versatile. I think I can basically take over enemies' track using that. Now, who are we gonna fight for boss 2? Please not Valkyrie. It's the Sheriff. Oh, the Sheriff. The Sheriff has a pretty crazy ability, which, you know, we're gonna see. I've got this, which is pretty cool. It fires this bullet, so if they're building out of here, a lot of train track, I'll be able to destroy it. All right, let's go ahead and just build as fast as we can. This is the bigger mine, although this one opens up more track. I just don't have the ability to get more. So what we're gonna do, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And I've only got 2 resources left. But look at this, I can place over existing, so I can actually build forward. That's so awesome. Normally, like, those yellow build over existing train track pieces should not be underestimated. So he decided, or the Sheriff decided to split their building direction out of both sides. They were able to connect to this mine, and I can do that. But it doesn't get me what I want. But this would, because I want access to the mine. Ooh, I can connect to all the mines. Check this out. See, this is why you love these big pieces. I was able to span the width of this map. Instantly trigger all explosives. There's no explosives. There are these barricades. You know what? We're gonna do the more for me, please. And then I'll take the bomb and see what I can't do. I think the play would actually be to open up this route to allow us to build north and send trains that way. That may be a risk because now they can connect here. And they use the high noon. That destroyed so much of my track. Some of their track as well, but that took away like the vast majority of my economy. That really, really hurt. Some of the bosses you'll face have some absolutely incredibly powerful abilities. Now there's not a whole lot I can do with this bomb. So that bullet crushed all the momentum we had built up. Ooh, this is a particularly No! Wow, that was fast. I thought we had this one in the bag. Then they put in 2 power tracks and sent a train. We almost dropped to 50% health already. We've got the BFB, but I need to find where I can put it. It would have to be over here. Oh, wow. That actually worked out pretty well. Except there's this dang track right here. I built a little bit too quick. But this will do 50 damage. So we've got that ready and able. We've got to get our economy back up. Unfortunately, I'm not able to save this, but remember that their train has a cooldown as well. Okay, so they just made this like, oh snap. If I'm not able to do something about this, I lose not only this base. Okay, I can detonate here and then detonate here and build up. Just got to make sure I have okay, I have the turn piece. Yes, I have all the pieces that I need. So we're both sharing the track right now. Now, ooh, that would be cheeky. That's 0 cost. I'm gonna blow it up right here, and I'm gonna put this turn right in their face. Then I'm gonna do a little double here. So this train is 30 by default. Remember that we have the Sheriff Prow increasing the default damage from 20 to 30. But it's gonna get 10, 10, 5, and 5. That's gonna be nuts. All right, let's blow them up. That was awesome. Now what I need to do is somehow block them off from this. How much money do I have? Enough to block them off. They're gonna have to do some shenaniganry there and spend resources in order to get it back. Now all we have to do is find a way to blow up that BFB, and we can get out of here only losing about 35 health. Wait a minute, what are you doing? It just tried to blow up the BFB. I need to know, what are you doing? That was weird. And then this sort of didn't make sense. I guess they'll be able to build out of here, but look at this. Search for explosives. No? Oh, wow. Okay, Sheriff, you done shot yourself in the foot and then tried to go dancing. Now, all I have to do is connect to that track, giving me bomb range, and then boom. Game over, Sheriff. Hey, not my first rodeo. Defeat the Sheriff. I mean, I beat him in the demo. So I can do a Sheriff cab. Max HP plus 30. Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, I think we do want this. If we're going to have a chance later in the game, and look at that, another champion medal, increasing my mineral production. Now we're into stage 3, and here is basically where you want to get to. I haven't seen any story pieces, which is going to come into play a little bit later. We have 23 gold, so I don't think it behooves us to go straight for a shop. There's only 1 combat up here while there's 2 down there. I think I'm feeling pretty happy with our abilities. So what we're going to do is take the northerly route. All right, so I have to attack here and they have to attack there. We both only have 1 base. So, and there's only 1 single mine in the beginning. Look at it, the Siege Bandit. I've never fought the Siege Bandit. I don't know their deck. All right, I need to basically get there. Chances are I won't be able to, but we're gonna try. Oh, wait a minute. I can. I'm gonna be able to do it. No, I'm not. I placed the wrong piece down. If I had placed this, I would have gotten the 1 resource, and then I could have looped back with the free track and then built any one of these pieces and gotten access to the mine. If this comes back to bite me, I'm going to be so sad. And it probably will. So let's see what the enemy does. Okay, they've already seized the mine, and I do not have a bomb. And I don't have the resources to get high noon. That stinks. We just didn't get the cards. But there's their base. I could go south? Wait a minute. That's really annoying. I cannot believe that oversight might just cost me my run. Oh, that's cool. Well, at least I can hit them first. I may not have access to $1 billion funds like they do, but I do get to land the first punch. And I take them down to 30 health. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Second punch is coming. That's not good. 20 damage. And they're set up to do it again. We need to get access here. Ooh. I can take... Oh, wow. That piece, super track, this is just so powerful. Check this out. Bam. Now this is not only my mine. All right, we're ready. Now, they'll probably have a bomb. They're going to have 8 resources to start with. You basically deploy a mortar. What? What are these things? I've never fought the Siege Bandit before, and I think it's showing. What? No. Whoa. Oh, no. This is problematic. By hovering over the mortars, I can't see what they do. I assume he's just going to fire more again, right? So maybe the play is to reconnect. Back up here and stay out of the range, maybe? Can I blow him up yet? I think I need to blow him up. So I need to get in range of that. Oh, I still can't blow him up. I guess I can blow that up. And I can launch a train, ending this. Okay. I almost didn't see that. A lot of times, like, the whole ability to, like, envision what's possible with your trains is naturally very important in a game where you have to do just that. We got 13 gold, but we're down to 50% of our health. I haven't seen the BFB in a while, and it says exhaust. I thought that was just exhausting for a specific run, not for the whole battle. I'm glad we only chose the 1 battle route instead of this 2-1, but we do have 2 random events, so let's see what they are. All right, sink the battle train. Hey, we got a hit. All right, we got the 2 for. Oh, and we got another hit, and it looks like we've got the 3, so now we just have to find the 4. There are multiple parts for it, but we still have 13 cards. I'm liking our chances. Uh-oh. I haven't found it yet. Hey, I just did. All right, where are you at? All right, so it's either there or right here. The 2, the 3, and the 4, we sank their battleships. Reduce cost of track. Yep, I like that a lot. We'll get the 8 gold and then the pirate hat. Bomb cards deal 5 damage. I mean, guys, that's perfect for our strategy. 1 more free event. All right, deals massive damage to an outpost and 5x5 around it. I think I need to deal this one and then it triggers that. Oh no, I missed. Never mind. I knew exactly what I was doing the whole time. I thought I had to detonate the top one. Luck of +1. Well, maybe that's what ensured us victory in that mini mode. So we've got the final boss right here. And normally I would take the gold, but we desperately need 20 repair. And we got the shop. What do we got in the shop? I need some good stuff. A giant stray mineral with value of 10 randomly on the board. I mean, I would like that right in front of my base. Ooh, all your outposts start surrounded by barricades. Sounds pretty good. I think we'll take this. That'll definitely help us in the early game. This is a very powerful card if there's a lot of water. It's just, do I want Mother Load? I don't think that's just too RNG for me. I do want redistricting. I do want a big straight track. And then I'll take, well, I guess that's it. Do we want to remove any of our cards? Do we not like any of these? Where's my, okay, my BFBs are in there. I guess I don't like the barricade. So I'll remove that for 5 gold. I don't need a barricade. I like to get in there and punch him in the face quick. So who is the champion? It's Tesla Fist. I've never fought Tesla Fist. I'm not entirely sure what abilities they have. Okay. I was kind of expecting the big stone barricades like this, but these are barricades, so that makes sense. Now, we've only got 4 money. This is the bigger mine, so this will give me another resource. Oh, does this work? Oh, it almost works, but it doesn't. I guess it could work here, but to get there is, well, yeah. We'll at least take the mine, and we could use a bomb, but there's no real place to do it. So we could start moving down to try to get to these double 3 mines. Like this one produces 1, 2, 2, 1, and then 3. Hopefully, whoa, what the heck is a Tesla tower? I didn't get to see that card. Yo, tell me your Tesla tower. I assume that's like a sentry turret of some kind. Here we go. Big building time. Boom. We got the first mine, and then we're even gonna get the second one. And I think just for now, I'm gonna turn away from them, just so it's not super easy for them to connect. He'll have to go this way, and I'm gonna see if I can't close that off in the future. All right, Tesla Fist, unleash us, biscuits. Oh my God, that was devastating. I just established this huge economy of 8, and he blew it up. What's the easiest way to connect to this? I can do it. I can do it. Okay, I see it now. It's all there for me. We must endure the pain. All right, now I have 9, so I can definitely do this. I have to assume this is something nasty, right? I'm out of range. I can place a barricade. I can do it. I guess I'll do it like there. And I'm gonna high noon right here. Excellent. Now there's no real case for using the bomb. Now I'm able to hold that economic advantage. Oh my God, he placed another Tesla tower. I really, ooh, you sneaky little devil. Okay, the BFB, if I could put it right here, which I can, and then I could fire in the hole this round. All right, that would do quite a bit of damage. Instantly trigger the BFB. So now they're down to 10. So now I'm in like bomb range. And not only that, but I have the resources and the pieces to build close over there. But which one can I do? I think I can do, aha. Oh my gosh. I love it when a plan comes together. All right. Tesla Fist, you're down to 10 health, bucko. Why? Because I've got the biggest freaking bomb in the game. And not only that, but I've got some pretty nice protective shields. Deploy within range 5, and you can build over the Tesla track. Oh, it's doing damage to surrounding tracks. But look at this. I can get a BFB again, but I don't think I need to do that. So this is shuffling them into the future. I've got 3 bombs, not now, and I don't have any cards to do it. So I've got 1 turn. I guess what I can do is build up. Yeah, there we go. We've got it. Now, just for safekeeping, targetable by the train. When destroyed, deals 50 damage. I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm going to take that mine. And I spent 10 resources that round. Instantly trigger all deployed. You can't do that. Oh, the deployables, not my deployable. Okay. I thought he just like, oh, that's smart. That cut off my economy, but I'll be able to get a single tile. And look at this. Launch the train. We're gonna set off the BFB. So I think the key to this was big explosives and big long train pieces, and we got past Tesla Fist. So we got our first Steam achievement for doing so. Get the gold. Ability cards cost 3 less, but train base damage is reduced by 10. I guess I can claim it. Which one do we want? I mean, we've got some pretty cool abilities, right? Let's check. So this would be 0. That's an obvious yes, we want the Tesla engine. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we must see if we're worthy. All right. Am I worthy? Please be yes. The story progress is only at 21%. We got an incredibly good score, but ultimately, we'll have to go on another run. But this was a victory, and we unlocked new cards for the future. Unleash a herd of cows to scramble. Oh, that thing is nasty. I've had it used against me. We got the sheriff cab, the Tesla engine, which I would love to get the Tesla engine. Guys, we just had a god run. Getting BFBs and getting multiple of them was massive, including a card that could just instantly detonate them. This was far easier than all of my other runs. We took about an hour. It was fun, and I already want to jump in again. And honestly, Jenna Ferbert is probably the coolest name I've ever heard in my freaking life. So once again, a big shout out and thank you to battletrain for sponsoring today's video. The game releases on June 18th on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And you can find out more about the game and get it for yourself using my link in the video description below. And remember that it supports the channel. So thank you so much. And let me know if you want to see more because I love this game.